All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Ashley Flowers. I will be your host today. I will first want to say welcome and thank you very much for participating um, in joining us to learn more about how to become a travel agent. Let me open up the waiting room so that if somebody else joins, I'm not having to stop what I'm doing to admit them. So, done that. Okay. All right. So I want to share a little bit of information about myself so you kind of know who I am, where I come from, and what I've done with this opportunity. I am from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm married. I've been married for, it'll be 23 years next month. I have two beautiful children. I have a 21-year-old and a 19-year-old. Both of my kids have moved out, started their own lives, and doing big things in their lives. So now it's just me and my husband. We're trying to figure out what to do with it just being me and him. And that's quite challenging sometimes. You live your life for your kids and then all of a sudden they're gone. You're like, "Oh my goodness, what do I do now?" So that's the stage we're at in our marriage. Now, regarding the company, I've been with this company for almost 7 years. It'll be 7 years in July. I started completely part time. I was working full time in the local emergency room as an admission clerk. So I was that person that comes to the room to collect the money, collect their demographics, their emergency contact, all of that good stuff. During that time, I wasn't really looking for a side gig or a full time job from home. I wasn't in the market for that. Actually, when this opportunity fell in my lap, what caught my attention was the perks of being a travel agent. I wanted to use the perks to travel more with my kids. They were starting to grow up and I was missing out on a lot of things. So I wanted to use the perks to take better vacations and enjoy the time I had with them while they were younger. Now, with that said, I did it part time for perks only, mainly for a little while. But then my dad, he moved in with me, and he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So it did come to a point where I had to decide whether I was going to put my dad into a nursing home or if I was going to leave the hospital and take care of him full time. Ultimately, that's what I chose to do. I chose to leave the hospital, take care of dad, and book travel full time. So I then became a full time caregiver for him while also booking travel full time. Now, I was able to replace my income booking travel from the hospital. So I was able to replace it by just booking travel at home. I was also able to work around my father's schedule. There was days that he had a really bad days, a lot more confusion than normal, and so I had to pay a lot more attention to him than other days. So what I liked about it was I was able to work around his ups and downs as I was taking care of him. Now, my dad, I lost him. He passed away in August of 2022, so it's been a couple years now. But I'm very passionate about this company for that reason, because I was able to, take care of him and still help my husband provide for our family of four. So, even though dad's no longer here, my kids have grown up. They don't need mom as much as they used to. I still do this full time and I absolutely love what I do. I love booking travel for my clients. And I also I found a new love, helping other agents, right? New agents, senior agents, agents who are just lost, right? I love helping them and helping them guide and build their business as a travel agent. So that's where I'm at today. That's why I'm here sharing this information with you. It's because I'm that passionate about it and I really do love it that much. So let's go ahead and dive into the information that I have for you today, and I will try to get done as quickly as possible. Typically, it lasts about an hour, especially if you have a lot of questions. I don't pay attention to the chat box as I'm going through the information because it is very time consuming. So if you do have some questions, write them down. And when I get to the end of the meeting, I will open it up for Q&A at that time. All right. So, what do travel agents do? Let's watch a short video over exactly what travel agents do.
What do travel agents do? Hello, future travel agents. Are you ready to embark on a journey of discovery? Today, we'll highlight some of the responsibilities that await you as a travel agent, guiding travelers on unforgettable adventures every day. As a travel agent, your mission begins with understanding your client's wanderlust. You'll be their trusted professional, taking the time to listen attentively to their travel dreams, preferences, and any needs or accommodations they have. Once you've gathered all the valuable insights, you'll set sail on a voyage of research and planning. Your passion for delivering exciting travel adventures will lead you to discover amazing destinations and experiences your clients will love. Booking and coordinating reservations becomes your forte as you expertly secure flights, accommodations, transportation, and activities. Your expertise ensures no detail goes missed and that your clients' travel experiences are seamless. But your role as a travel advisor extends beyond bookings. You'll be guiding your clients through the complexities of travel regulations, from passports and visas to travel insurance, to ensure smooth journeys ahead. Congratulations, aspiring travel agents! You hold the key to unforgettable memories and life changing experiences. Embrace the joy of crafting dream vacations and inspiring wanderlust in the hearts of travelers. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. We wish you a rewarding and exciting journey ahead.
All right. So there's a lot of things that travel agents do, right? A lot of people, when they think of travel agents, they think, oh, they just book the trip, earn money, charge me out the roof for it, right? And then move on to the next client. And that's not what we do. A travel agent provides service, okay? So we're there for our clients from the time they reach out to us to book the trip all the way till they get home from their trip, okay? So, the way it works is a client's going to reach out to you. They're going to let you know everything that they're looking for, how many people are going, what they need while they're traveling, etc. You take that information, you as a travel agent do all the research, right, to find exactly the right fit for your client. Once you find a couple of things that are going to, be a good fit with your client, you'll call them back, you'll go over the information with them and what you found, and once they're excited and ready to book, then you would finish the booking process by collecting their name, their date of birth, their addresses, whatever information you need to book the trip, as well as taking the payment from them, okay? Now, we don't stop there. We are also there to educate them. So if, not everybody has traveled internationally. Not everybody has been on a cruise ship. So we have to educate them on what to expect during their travel. What type of documents are required? Do they need a visa or a passport? We're responsible for doing all of that education with their clients, okay? We're also there for them while they're taking their trips. So if something comes up or something happens, we're there to help them solve that issue. For example, let's just say they get to their hotel room and it's supposed to have two beds and it only has one. They're going to call us, the travel agent, to take care of that problem for them. Essentially, we're taking all of the stress of researching, booking, and all of the issues that may arise from them, and we're taking all of that on. So all they have to do is worry about having a great time. All right, this is a career that works for you. You will become certified. You will be able to earn unlimited income. There's no quotas or caps on what you can make as a travel agent. You can travel for less. You can work from anywhere as long as you're able to connect to Wi Fi. You can do this. You can do it from your cell phone if that's the only thing that you have, a tablet, an iPad, or a computer, desktop. Again, as long as you're able to connect to Wi Fi, you can book travel for your clients, and you also can enjoy unmatched perks. So let's talk about how. The first thing we're going to do is go over some common misconceptions about the travel industry. One of those is hiring a travel agent is expensive. That is false. Travel agents generally get paid by the supplier, which we will go in further detail in a later slide. Number two, working with a travel agent is only worth it if you're traveling with a large group. Again, that is false. Travel agents work with groups of all sizes. So if it's one person traveling, we're going to take care of that one person. If it's 550 people traveling, we're going to take care of that 550 people. Third and final one is you can book the same trip on your own. This is probably the one that we hear the most from people, okay? They think they can book the same trip on their own. That is false. Travel agents get exclusive pricing and package deals that may not otherwise be available to the public. As a travel agent, we get access to suppliers that are not available to everyone. For example, Blue Sky Tours Hawaii is for Hawaii travel. And guess what? It is only available for travel agents. So, yes, we get some exclusive pricing and package deals with the suppliers that we work with. Now, this is the travel industry at a glance. Let's take a look of a breakdown of a $10.9 trillion industry. Down below is some of the top categories in the travel industry that makes up that $10.9 million industry. Okay. A lot of people, when they think of the travel industry, they think of family vacations, weekend getaways, maybe a family reunion type trip. And after learning that it's a $10.9 trillion industry, it's kind of hard to imagine that the family vacations is the only type of travel to make up the travel industry, and it's not. Those family vacation weekend getaways is known as leisure travel, right? But there's also business travel. A lot of companies like to take trips for conventions, on the fly business meetings, etc. We also have sports travel. You have the ANU tournaments, the esports tournaments. I know when my kids were smaller and they played softball and baseball, here in the South, and remember I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, we have what we call select teams. And those select teams, all they do is travel to compete. And they don't just stay in the local community, they travel to different states to compete in those sports. Nonprofit organizations, for example, churches, they like to take trips to the Holy Land, Israel, things like that. Of course, with everything that's been going on in the Middle East here lately, that one's not as busy, but it's still a category in the travel industry. And then we also have wedding travel. Now, wedding travel is actually really, really huge in the travel industry because there is so much that makes up the wedding travel. You first have the bachelor or bachelorette parties. A lot of couples do want to go party it up before they get married. If they want to go to places like Vegas, right, to do those. There's also wedding destinations, wedding cruises, international wedding. We also have honeymoons. Most people travel somewhere for their honeymoon. We also have to remember that when we're planning these wedding events, whether it be a destination wedding or a wedding cruise or even a bachelor party, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be inviting their family and friends to come along with them. So not only are we planning for the bride and groom, we're also planning for everyone that is coming along with them. There's also the anniversary travel. This is my favorite. My husband and I actually do this ourselves. And there's a lot of couples out there that do this, but they travel for those special anniversaries. For example, you have your 1 year, your 5, your 10, your 15, and so on and so forth. And they travel somewhere they've never been before on those special anniversaries. Our 20th anniversary, I was still taking care of my father during that time. We were supposed to go to Turks and Caicos that year. That was one of our special anniversaries. Unfortunately, that didn't get to happen because I was taking care of dad. So on our 25th anniversary, we are going to Turks and Caicos. I'm super excited about that. All right, so what can you sell? You can sell hotels, flights, car rentals, cruises, resorts, event tickets, amusement parks, and tours and excursions. We are a full service travel agency. We are not a travel club. This means we tailor our packages to what our clients are looking for. We do not have prearranged packages that we're trying to sell people. That is not how we work. As I said in the beginning, our clients reach out to us. They let us know what they're looking for, where they're wanting to go, all of this good stuff, and we tailor that package for them. So if they want to go to a concert, we're able to do that because we can sell event tickets. If they want to go to a comedy show, guess what? We can do that as well. Amusement parks such as Disney, Universal, Six Flags is really big here in Texas. we're able to take care of all of that. And then if they want to jump out of an airplane, go on a tour, swim with the dolphins, again, we're able to take care of all of that so that our client is not having to use 15 different platforms to book their vacation, right? We take care of everything for them. All right, so who are we? We're Archer Travel Group and Evolution Travel. We're an award winning travel agency that you can depend on with all the proper credentials and 70 plus years of experience behind us. You can feel confident when you book travel for all your friends, family, associates, and new clients. Okay, so Archer Travel Group is our brick and mortar. They are a host agency. They hold all of the licensing, bonding, insurance, everything that we need to be able to book travel as travel agents. Evolution Travel is the marketing side or the marketing arm of our company. Okay. So we will talk mostly about Archer Travel and then we'll go into Evolution and the marketing side. So why join us? Numbers don't lie. We are one of the top 50 travel agencies in the USA and we offer one of the highest payout rates in the industry at 80%. So, yes, we do cash out in commission. When you book travel, you get a confirmation number. When you book travel with us, you get a confirmation number and you earn commission. Yes, it is really that simple. We get paid twice a month. We get paid on the 15th and the last business day of the month. Now, let me break it down for you, okay? A lot of people say, Ashley, do we have to charge more money to our clients to make sure we're earning enough in commission? The answer to that question is no. What a lot of people do not realize is when they get on Expedia or Disney's website or even Carnival Cruise Line's website, booking.com, when you get on those online travel agent sites, commission is already built into the price. So when a person books for themselves, that commission is already built in and it just goes back to the company making them richer. So you're paying for a service you're not receiving at that point, right? Because you're not getting that personalized travel agent. Now, when a travel agent books that same thing, that commission goes to the travel agent. Okay. Now, let me break it down even further for you into numbers. Let's look at Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean sells 7-day cruises for an average of $3,000 double occupancy. So that is for two people. Excuse me. Royal Caribbean pays 16% in commission. So that would be $480 in gross commission per cabin. Now, let's say you were booking a small wedding cruise or maybe a family reunion type cruise and you needed to book 16 cabins. That would be $480 times 16. That's $7,680 in gross commission. Okay. Now, you, the booking agent, the one that's collecting the information, getting the client to book, etc., gets the lion's share of that commission at 80%. That would be $6,144 in your pocket. Your mentor, your travel trainer, the one who invited you here today, they would get a 10% as a thank you to them. That's $768 in commission. Okay. With Royal Caribbean, this is one of the perks. You do earn a free cabin for yourself for every 16 cabins you sell. So if you were to do this small wedding cruise or this small family reunion cruise, you would earn a free cabin. Now, I have seen agents use this free cabin in many different ways. I have seen them take this free cabin and go on a free cruise, right? Take their family and go on a free cruise. I have seen them go along with their clients, be their personal concierge. I have also seen them gift it back to their clients. Let's just say maybe it was a wedding cruise and grandpa couldn't afford that $3,000 price tag. Well, you earned a free cabin and you want to be generous. You can gift it to grandpa. That way, grandpa is able to attend the wedding. Okay. Now, what that does for you is that creates referrals because they're going to tell everybody that you did that for them. And it's also going to create return clients because they're going to keep using you because you were amazing enough to give them a free cabin for their grandpa, right? So a lot of ways you can use that. It's yours. The point is, it's yours, and you can use it how you see fit. All right, so we only work with the best. You have direct access to our 100 plus vendors, including 30 of whom are preferred. These are some of our vendors down below. These are some of our popular vendors. I know you recognize Disney, Carnival, Fundette, Marriott, and Sandals. A lot of people know these. If you don't know these, then you don't travel very often. But these are our top uh, these are more popular, right? But we have access to 100 plus vendors, including 30 of whom are preferred. Now, when I say we have access, I mean we have direct access to them. We do not use the CRM system to book travel. We actually book our travel directly through the vendors and suppliers. Now, really quick, I'm going to show you how that looks. Okay, we're going to use Disney as an example. As you can see, this is DisneyTravelAgents.com. You do have to have an IATN number to be able to register with this site, which is provided to us by Archer Travel. Okay. This is how easy it is to book travel as a travel agent. It's as easy as if you were just to hop in on Disney's website and book your own trip for Disney. It's that simple. Okay. As you can see over here in the right hand corner, we have our notification centers, all of that good, all that good stuff. And then down below that, we have our booking portal. Okay. So we know that Disney has several different parks. It has a park in California, a park in Florida. It has the cruise line. It has a resort in Alani. So we have all of those options here where we're able to select exactly what our clients are looking for. Then we do our check in, check out, how many adults, how many children, and do we want to compare prices between all of the hotels or resorts? Or maybe you have a client that knows exactly where they want to stay, right? Then we have the drop down menu where we can compare prices with that particular hotel or resort for a client. Do they need a wheelchair accessible room, right? We'll click that and then we'll go to find prices. What that's going to do is that's going to allow you to compare the price, packages, add ticket options, all of that good stuff to your package. And then once you find something that your client is excited about and ready to book, you would just finish the booking process from that end by collecting the information that Disney is asking for, their name, maybe their birthdays, and their payment information as well. Okay. And then we also have a reservation center. This is where we can pull up the reservation, make sure everything is correct, confirm things that we need to confirm, etc. As a travel agent, it is our job to make sure that everything is going to run as smoothly as possible. But there's going to be things that we cannot control, like, for example, the weather, right? We can't control the weather or flight cancellations. But this part of the reservation we can. So what I like to do is at least a couple of weeks before my clients are expected to leave on their trip, I will pull the reservations and just double check everything, make sure their names are spelled correctly, the dates are right, all of that good stuff. Now I want you to keep in mind I'm showing you Disney, but this is going to be like this with all of our suppliers, okay? Not just with Disney. It's going to look different, right? Because they're all different websites, but it's going to be about the same. You're going to have a booking engine, you're going to have a reservation center, that good stuff. Now, another thing I wanted to share with you is you also have the ability as a travel agent to certify in certain areas in the travel industry. The travel industry is really, really huge. There's so much to learn. And what I always suggest, especially for our new agents, is to focus on certain areas of the travel industry. And then as you grow, you can add more to it. So you can become a certified specialist in a certain destination. Maybe you're love Europe. You could become a European destination specialist. Maybe you love Disney. You can become a Disney specialist, Hawaii specialist, a Florida specialist. You name it. You can get certified in it. Okay. With Disney, I'm going to show you. It looks like this. It says the College of Disney Knowledge. It's going to teach you everything that you need to know about Disney. And then once you complete their course, you get a certificate that says that you are a certified Disney specialist. You can put this on your wall. You can share it on social media platforms to let people know that you're certified with Disney. And it also opens up some perks for you as a travel agent once you complete certification courses with these different places. So for me, I specialize in cruise lines. So what I've done in my business is I have specialized with the different cruise lines. That way I've learned about all of them. So when somebody comes to me and wants to go on a cruise and they tell me a little bit about themselves, then I know exactly what cruise line that's going to fit their personality, right? Because there's party ships, there's ships that are for the older generation, that kind of thing. So that's why it's important to certify and specialize in a certain area, and then you can always add to it. All right, let me get back to my slide. So again, we have access to 100 plus vendors. These on the screen are just some of our most popular ones. We're here for you every step of the way. We offer comprehensive training with both live and recorded options. We have A to Z travel booking training, agent marketing training, one on one coaching, small group coaching, and a free exclusive training site. We have a lot of support within our organization. First and foremost, you're going to have support from your mentor. Again, your mentor is the person who invited you here today. They're the ones that you will probably reach out to first if you have issues or questions. You will also have access to Archer Travel themselves. Their main office is in La Crescenta, California. We do have a phone and email directory for them. So if we have issues or need support, we are able to contact the right department for that help. They also have, they just recently opened a 24-hour line for emergencies. I mean, because people travel at different times, right? And some people are traveling late at night. And you might have that emergency call where you need to contact Archer Travel during their non business hours. And so we have that 24-hour hotline for support on that. So you have your mentor, you have Archer Travel's office, you have Ron Archer himself. Ron Archer's parents are the ones that started Archer Travel 70 plus years ago. His father has passed away. His mom is still living, but he is now the CEO of Archer Travel. He is the most super down to earth man I've ever met in my entire life. I've never came across the CEO that was approachable. He is. He shows up to meetings in Hawaiian t-shirts, blue jean shorts, and flip flops. And I always joke around and tell everybody if you go look at my convention pictures and if I got a picture of Ron in it, he's guaranteed to be in a Hawaiian shirt, blue jean shorts, and flip flops. That's just who he is. He will give you his cell phone number and say, hey, if you have questions regarding travel, you can call me. Just don't call me after 2 a.m. Otherwise, he will be asleep. So, um, just a super nice guy. You also will have access to fellow agents, both senior and new, including myself, where you're able to ask questions to. We have a chat for all of the travel agents where you're able to get in there and ask questions and also watch. That's how I learn is by watching and listening to other people and what their questions are, and you'll have access to do that by just watching the chat and all of that good stuff. We also have a training website. So initially, when you get started with us, your first step is to become certified. The certification course takes about an hour, hour and a half to complete. What it consists of is 8 videos. You'll watch the video, and after each video, there's a short quiz. Once you get past the certification, you'll let your mentor know, hey, I'm certified, I'm done with the Archer certification. And then what they'll do is get you added to this training website called Travel Access Academy. Okay. Once you're registered with that, you will begin your travel training. We have travel training step 1 through step 5. And then we also have advanced travel training section. Now, just to give you a general idea of what that looks like, let me show you step one. In step one, we begin by going over our live trainings with you. We have live travel Q and A's every day. We have workshops, just all kinds of things. So we show you where to find that. We have a new agent binder where you're able to keep track of your commissions, keep track of your username and passwords, all of that good stuff in that new agent binder. And then we begin our trainings. All of our training videos we try to keep under 20 minutes long so that you're not spending an eternity trying to get through these step 1 through 5 trainings. Okay, so we try to keep them pretty quick. But the first one is going to be the back office overview where we walk you through your back office. Then we start walking you through hand by hand how to register with the different suppliers. You can technically start booking travel after you get your certification, but some of these suppliers you will not have instant access to. So it's highly recommended that you get through step 1 before you start booking travel. That way you make sure that you have access to all of the vendors and suppliers that you're going to need to have access to. So there's a part 1, part 2, and then we walk you through registering with the different cruise lines. And then we talk about our boot camps, which are live trainings for our new agents to get you going, get you started, and sharing, valuable information. And then below that, you would go to step 2 to move on to the next step. So a lot of great information here. We also have a tab for our perks and benefits. So if perks and benefits is what you get started for, then that's a great tab for you there. The live trainings is where you will see the calendar of all of the live trainings that are happening on a daily basis. I'm sorry, my computer's a bit slow, but there's all of the live trainings that happen every day. And then we also have here are extras. We have a newsletter where you're able to read some of the things that are going on within travel, because is changing daily. There's always things changing, and so it's a great way to keep updated on announcements and things like that. Is our little newsletter that we put together for our agents. All right, let me get back to my slides here. We're getting close to being done. Not too much more. You grow your clientele, you marketing your business. So we teach you everything. I do get asked all the time, Ashley, does Archer Travel supply us with leads? The answer to that question is no. Unfortunately, Archer Travel does not supply us with leads. However, there is a lead generator called Travel Leaders Network. But in the 7 years, I have not met anybody who has had to use that just to gain clients. Okay, we do have some really great training on how to market your business and get yourself out there. Okay, now, what we do is we teach you how to market on social media platforms. We teach you how to get found on Google or Yelp. I will tell you about 85% of my clients come from Google. They type in travel agent near me and I pop up. I am also on Yelp as well. And then we also teach you how to network with people in your area. Set up a table at a farmer's market or a wedding expo. You can order collateral from the different vendors. For example, Disney will send you brochures and pamphlets. Carnival, Royal Caribbean will do the same. And you can use that material for an event in your community and set up a table. Another thing I like to do is Halloween. I live out in the country. So I don't get trick or treaters. So what I like to do is do the trunk or treat at our local church, and I will pass out candy to the kids and pass out my business card to mom and dad as they walk by. So there's so many ways to market and get yourself out there, and we do train you how to do that. Now, what we don't teach you is how to cold call. That's something we don't recommend or encourage people to do. We do not spam our friends and family. I will be the first person to tell you here today that sometimes your friends and family can be your worst clients. And the reason is they expect way more from you than what you can usually provide. Spend money on advertising. We always have a big saying here: don't spend money till you're making money. So we do not teach you how to have to pay for any advertising. All right, unmatched perks and benefits. This is my favorite slide. This is why I got started back in 2019 was for the perks and benefits. Um, One of my favorite ones is a free cruise fare. So we do earn free cruise fare when we complete certifications with certain cruise lines. For example, Princess Cruise Line. When you complete their certification, you have a choice between a 3 day all the way up to a 30-day cruise fare. Okay. I haven't used that one yet because I want to do the 30-day and I'm waiting on my husband to retire so that we can be gone for the full 30 days for a cruise. I have, however, gotten to do one with Virgin Voyages. Now, Virgin Voyages was a new ship a few years ago, and they approached us travel agents and said, "Hey, if you guys complete our certification and learn about our cruise, we'll gift you guys a free cruise fare." So I jumped on that, right? I completed the cruise certification and I had to pay the taxes and the fees. We do have to pay taxes and fees on this. But for a 4 day Bahama cruise on Virgin Voyages, I only paid $280 for me and my husband. That was the port fees and taxes. That's it. So it was pretty amazing. I really, really, really had a good time on that ship. Not only do we get free cruise fare, we also will see a lot of discounted cruise fares pop up. I have seen Carnival do $25 per person travel agent rates. I have seen MSC do $35 per person travel agent rates on balcony rooms. That just happen all of the time, and sometimes what happens is you have so much already booked that unfortunately you're unable to sign up for another one, even though it may be $25 per person. So that happens quite often. We also get free theme park tickets. So as I was showing you Disney, I said once you completed the Disney training, it opened up some perks for you as a travel agent. Well, that is free theme park tickets. We have agents that are taking their family and going to Disney every single year because of this perk. It is a free theme park ticket, and then they get discounted tickets for their family members. And it's not a one time thing, it's every single year they get that perk. Universal does the same thing. However, with Universal, it's a 50% off, and I think it's a 3 day, three park hopper pass. You can also earn travel points and rewards. We also have fam trips. Fam trips is where we're invited out by the different suppliers, whether it be a cruise line or a resort, to come experience what they have to offer, to become familiar with it, right? It's easier to sell something if you've been there before. So that's why we have fam trips. We also have travel agent discounts, and we also have wholesale rates. The wholesale rates is one of my favorites because this opens it up for you to earn however much you want to earn on a particular booking. So let me go into a little bit more detail about that, okay? So with wholesale rates, in the beginning, I told you that when you're booking through the suppliers, you earn 80% commission, and commission is already built into the price. When you're booking with our wholesale vendors, commission is not built into the price. A wholesale rate is the bare minimum of what a hotel will let a room go for before they start losing money. Now, what this does for you is it opens it up for you to be able to decide exactly how much commission you want to make, and you earn 100% of the commission. Or you could just book the wholesale rate for yourself and just take it as a discounted travel agent rate for yourself, right? So let me give you an example. Okay, let's say somebody, your friend, calls you up and they're like, "Hey, we want to stay at the Residence Inn by Marriott Miami Beach Surfside." She says to you, "I've already been doing some research, and if I book this hotel through Expedia, it's going to cost me $722.94. Then she says to you, "I know you're a travel agent. Is there any way you can't find me a better deal?" You say, "Sure, I'll take a look and I'll call you back." You get on our wholesale vendors. You make sure that you're researching the same thing that she looked up. You want to make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Okay. You look and you find it for $381.26. Now that is a savings of $341.68 compared to what your friend is able to find it on her own. Now remember, commission is not built into this price, so you get to determine how much you want to charge her. Maybe you owe a phone bill or a light bill and you need to make $200 today. You call her back and you say, "Hey, guess what? I found you a great deal. I found it for $581.26. She's going to be excited because even though you tacked on $200 in commission to the price, you're still saving her quite a bit of money compared to what she's able to find it on her own. So you're getting $200 in commission and you get the whole $200 versus the 80%. Here's another example. This is with Evo Plus. Evo Plus is we are the first travel agency to have our very own um, wholesale vendor. We've had Evo Plus for about a year and a half now. Absolutely love it. But here's an example. Up here at the top is Hotel aka Brickell, Miami. In Booking.com, we found it for $3,688.20. On Evo Plus, we found it for $1,134.40. That is a difference of $2,553.80. So, what a lot of agents will do is they will take the savings, slice it in half, and that's how much they charge in commission. So, on this one, you would make about $1,200 in commission. Awesome, awesome. All right, the value of freedom. We're almost done. Say goodbye to mundane commute and escape the shackles of your boring 9 to 5. Stop being a slave to the corporate world and start keeping your money in your pocket, taking back your time and unleashing your wanderlust. You know, we all spend money going back and forth to a regular job, right? The gas, the work clothes. I had to pay for my certification to work at the hospital. So there's always going to be a investment in what you do. There is an investment with this company, which we will go over here shortly. Taking back your time, as I said, the time, being flexible with my schedule and being able to work around my dad's schedule was amazing. I now wish that I had found this opportunity when my kids are smaller because I wouldn't have missed a whole lot of their life growing up, right? I would have been able to attend all of the school functions and all of that stuff that I had to miss because I was a working mom. Unleashing your wanderlust, I have been able to travel so much more. I've been on like 5 cruises so far. I've been to Disney. I have been to Vegas. We've been to the Grand Canyon. My son's been to New York. My daughter, he's been to Europe too. He just actually got back from Europe. And then my daughter, she's planning some travel stuff. We've been a family that travels and absolutely love that we've been able to do that. We've been able to use our perks to do that. So amazing, amazing, amazing opportunity that you have here. All right, there are 3 ways to get started with our company. The first one is option number 1. That is our ELO basics. Okay, you get everything we talked about today for $49.99 enrollment fee, and then it's $49.99 a month. Now, with the Evo Basics, instead of the 80% commission, you get 50% commission. And if you decide to join the mentorship side of the company, you get a 5% commission to your sponsor. Wholesale booking, the EVO Plus, the professional travel agent site, the travel perks, the travel agent certification, the marketing, travel booking training, company profit pool, all of that good stuff is included. It's just the only difference is it's 50% commission and 5% commission to your sponsor. Okay, that's the basic package. If you want option number 2, it is $89.99 enrollment, and then the fee is $89.99 a month. Okay, that is the 80% commission, and then 10% commission goes to your sponsor. Plus, you get everything that's in the basic. So, again, everything is the only difference is the commission payout. Your Evo bundle is what is the big one. Okay, it's different. The Evo bundle is $299.99 enrollment fee today, and then it's $89.99 a month. It gets everything in the essentials, the 80% commission, the 10% commission, and everything that we talked about. But you also get a $500 in cruise credit, 15 or $150 in hotel credits, $100 in flight credits, 250 in dining credits, a convention ticket, an entry into next month's drawing for Hawaii trip, estimated value of $5,000. This is a value of $1,350 package. It's an amazing way to go. I think they didn't have this when I got started, and here's why I think it's a good one. It's a good one because you get those credits, and attraction marketing in the travel industry is really, really top marketing. Okay. Because if you can share videos and pictures of everywhere you're traveling, people are going to be intrigued. They love seeing pictures of people having a good time, right? And traveling and seeing the world. And a lot of time people feel more comfortable booking with somebody that has been there before. So I do recommend the bundle if you can afford it for the credits, but if not, either one of these options are great too. All right, we also have 100% profit guarantee. So Evolution and Archer Travel have pledged a profit guarantee that if your 12-month earnings in and travel savings don't equal your investment, Evolution will match the difference. So you're basically doing it for nothing and you get to keep your business, right? So if you don't make what you're supposed to make and what your investment was, Evolution will match the difference. So that's pretty awesome. If that's something you want to learn more about, please be sure you reach out to the person who invited you. They'll be able to give you the details on that. Unlock the power of residual income. Now, we do have a mentorship side of the business where you're able to earn residual income. This is a new slide that I'm very, very unfamiliar with, but here's how it works. If you help others kickstart their journey as a travel professional, you can share in the residual profit pool. You will earn monthly residual checks and a great way to eliminate your monthly at $89.99. So all your travel commissions are 100% profit for you. Again, this is completely optional. You do not have to participate in the mentorship program, but it is there if you're somebody who likes to build a team and help others and earn residual income. Here's the compensation plan. Again, this is the mentorship side, the residual side of the business. Braun consultants are 6 people. You'll be mentoring 6 people. That's 110 a month. Gold is $1,000 or more, and then platinum you can make 1,750 plus a bonus. So that's anywhere from 35 to 4,000 a month on that. So this is a lot of information. Again, it's optional, so I don't really stay on that too much. Here is a recap. So pick your enrollment plan. Your options are the Evo Bundle, Essential, or Basic. 30 days after signing up and every month after it is $89.99 or $49.99 if you choose the basic package. There is a 10-day money back guarantee. There's no you can cancel at any time. There's no cancellation fees. 100% profit guarantee. If your 12 months earnings and savings don't equal your investments, we will match the difference. Enroll today and get the blueprint created by our top income earners. Okay, so be sure that you put I'm ready in the chat if you are ready to get started. I would love to welcome you aboard. I can go through the enrollment process with you if you like. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat box as well. If I can get to my chat, my chat box here. Okay, so you do have a question. Awesome. If someone's flight is canceled, do we help the client get another flight for their trip or would the airlines handle it? So typically with flights, a lot of times they want to work directly with the client because we do not get commission on flight only bookings. So if you book a flight only trip, unless you are charging them a instant commission type rate because of that, typically they want to work directly with the client. Okay. So if your client calls, you can help support them and tell them what they need to do. But as far as talking directly with the airlines, a lot of times they're going to want to talk directly to um, the, the, the person who's on the boarding pass. How long did it take you to build a good clientele base? Well, it depends on you. For me, my first client was 2 weeks after I got started, and mind you, I was doing this part time, so I booked a honeymoon. Um, but for me, I would say when I went full time with this, it took me probably 3 months maybe to build a good clientele for myself. But again, everybody's different. It really depends on you and how much you are marketing yourself and how you're marketing yourself, how much you're getting out there, all of that good stuff. You got to remember, I was taking care of my dad at that time. So for me, it was a little harder to get out of the house to market any. A lot of my marketing was social media. For clients itinerary, does the company use anything like TripIt or programs that have detailed itineraries for the client? So not that I'm aware of. A lot of us do use, like for me, I use Travify. That's how I build my clients' itineraries. I don't think I've ever heard of TripIt. I don't think I've ever heard that one. But I use Travify. There's some people that use Travel Joy to use for their CRM for their business. So Totally up to you. And do you get paid for each training by the company? No, you do not get paid. It is commission only. So you only get commission on any bookings that you make. Any other questions? I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording. Let me hit that stop button.